Why you keep carrying that
Why
cat
you're
box?
here? Because this is the only way that she could come downstairs. You said.
Why did you bring her?
Somehow
I did
found
not
cat
ask
hair
her.
on the damn couch. I don't know how.
Chronic, let me call you back because she.
Hey, Chronic.
She coming downstairs halfway naked.
Okay.
Trick Daddy didn't expect this morning to begin with chaos. But with Joy in the house, pieces of fantasy. And today, she wasn't just walking downstairs. She was drifting into the kitchen like she owned the whole place, wrapped in lingerie, carrying that cat like it was the crown jewel of Miami inside the house. The energy shifted. Not because Joy was there, but because she was moving like a woman who felt free. Maybe a little too free for Trick Daddy's liking. The camera catches him glued to the couch, phone pressed to his ear, trying to finish a conversation. But his eyes, locked on the staircase like an alarm had just gone off. Let me call you back. He mutters to his friend. She coming down here half naked again. That's the moment the tension begins, the moment. The comfortable familiarity between exes becomes territorial electricity, because in Trick's world, the rules of the house are simple. You live here, you follow the vibe he sets. But Joy moves like she's rewriting the blueprint, and the cat? That little ball of fur is the battlefield neither of them are willing to surrender. To Joy, the cat is comfort. To Trick, the cat is destruction, drama, and unnecessary hair on his furniture. He watches her carry it like royalty, and his irritation grows by the second. Joy, head high.
Is the hardest place for anybody to perform.
Right.
You got to get on the stage. You got to perform your hits. If you don't have none, you don't have no reason to be on the stage. Pinky is not my girl, but that's my friend. And if she get up, maybe I can help her. At the least, I can give her some good advice.
Anyway, I invited Trina and Swerve to come over here for dinner.
You can have them over for dinner. I invite my homeboy. I got a homeboy just moved in town.
Yeah, bring him. He's single.
Calm as ever, doesn't flinch. She walks into the living room like she pays the mortgage and the utilities. Why you bringing that cat everywhere? Trick's voice jumps, half serious, half jealous, half something he'd rather die than admit. Joy doesn't slow down. It's the only way she can get downstairs. She's comfortable with me. That ticks something in Trick's chest, not anger, not annoyance, something closer to jealousy, but wrapped in a layer of attitude strong enough to mask it. Because what Trick refuses to say out loud is simple. He doesn't mind Joy being in his house. He minds Joy being in his house acting like she doesn't see him anymore. He minds her being confident, beautiful, untouched by his presence, and walking around in lingerie as if he's invisible. He sits up. You can't be coming downstairs like that. People already think I won't let you go. Here it is. The line that exposes everything. Trick isn't upset about the cat, or the couch, or the hair. He's upset about the story people tell about them. That he's the one holding on. That he's the one still in love. That he's the one who can't move on. And Joy, without even trying, makes that story look true. She tilts her head. It's my comfort zone. That's what cuts him. Because there was a time when Joy never felt comfortable enough to be sexy, bold, or free in his presence. But now she's in lingerie, talking to him like he's a roommate with good Wi-Fi. He hates that. He hates loving that. He hates how that love looks to the outside world. And right when the tension starts to peak, there's another twist. A new name drops into the room. Trina. Joy mentions seeing Trina. And just like that, Trick shifts. Because if Trina sees Joy half naked in his house, if Trina spreads that around, people will talk. People will assume. People will say Trick Daddy is still emotionally enslaved to his ex-wife. He's not having that. But even that doesn't stay the focus because this is Miami. And in Miami, drama multiplies. Suddenly the conversation jumps to Pinky Doll. To performances, to Miami crowds, to who read the room and who did in single quotes. Joy takes the shot first. Pinky didn't read the room. Trick stiffens. Pinky isn't his woman. He'll swear that to the grave. But she is his friend. And Trick protects his friends like he protects his pride. Joy notices the shift. Oh. So now you're defending her. A smirk creeps across her face. She saw it. She saw that flicker in his eyes. Another layer to this already twisted story. Suddenly, Trick announces that Trina and Swerve are coming for dinner. Joy doesn't blink. She has her own guest coming, Michael Blackson, and that sets Trick off. Michael Blackson in his house, eating HIS food, joking in HIS kitchen. Trick doesn't like it, not even a little. Jealousy is a disease, and today, Trick is terminal. But Joy, she loves it. She lets him stew in it, and as a camera zooms out, the narrator voice hits that classic LHHMI energy. No matter how much they argue, Trick Daddy and Joy remain the most chaotic, confusing, dangerously entangled exes on reality TV. The question isn't whether they'll fight again. It's whether they ever truly stopped being a couple. In the first place, the sun barely moved. But the vibe inside Trick Daddy's house shifted again, this time deeper, heavier, more exposed. Because when you mix unresolved emotions, a territorial man, a fearless woman, and a cat that refuses to mind its business, the universe stops playing fair. Joy had already set the tone by walking around half naked, carrying that cat like her emotional support trophy. But Part 2 is where everything underneath the surface starts bubbling over. Trick sits forward on the couch, elbows on his knees, staring at Joy like he's trying to decode her soul. It's not the lingerie. It's not even the cat. It's the audacity, the way she moves in HIS house like it's hers. But deep down, Trick knows the truth. Joy has always been the heartbeat of that home. Even when she left, her energy stayed pressed into the walls. That's why this situation is dangerous to people who should have cut ties. Still living together, still breathing in the same air, still provoking old wounds they both pretend healed. Joy sets the cat gently onto the floor, ignoring Trick's glare. The cat looks around like it's choosing which piece of furniture to ruin next. Trick groans, rubbing his forehead. Don't let that cat go anywhere near that couch, Joy smirks, crossing her arms over the lingerie that already has him fighting demons. Relax, she's not hurting nobody. But the cat isn't the problem. The problem is Joy strolling through the house like temptation itself. The problem is Trick feeling things he doesn't want to feel. The problem is history, raw, messy, unwashed history sitting right between them. Suddenly, the sound of a notification pings. Trick glances down. It's Trina again, the one woman outside this house who knows exactly how to poke his ego. And Joy notices. Who blowing up your phone now? She asks, leaning on the counter like she's casually grilling him. It's Trina, Trick says, scratching his beard. She wanna know what's going on over here. She think I got you locked up? Joy freezes for half a second. Not out of fear, out of annoyance, because that rumor that he's the one holding her back, holding her hostage emotionally, holding onto her like a shadow, has been the talk of Miami since she moved back in. Joy looks at him dead in the eyes. You care what Trina thinks. That's the trigger, because Trick may play tough, but the street's opinion matters more than his morning coffee. He cares a lot. He taps his phone on the table. I ain't finna have people thinking I'm still hung up on you. Joy laughs, not soft, not cruel, but that bittersweet laugh people use when the truth is too loud to ignore. You could have fooled me. The words slice through the air. Trick clenches his jaw. He hates when Joy gets bold. He hates when she hits the truth. But he hates even more that she's right. He watches her adjust, her robe still open, still showing more skin than he can handle. And for a moment, the tension isn't angry. It's magnetic. But before anything real can surface, she changes the subject. You said you invited Trina and Swerve for dinner tonight? Trick nods slowly. Yeah, and who you inviting? Don't tell me it's Michael Blackson, Joy says casually, slicing fruit like they didn't just have emotional warfare 10 seconds ago. Trick's eye twitches. Michael Blackson in his house. Trick throws his hands up. Why would you bring that man here? He not funny. He loud and he ain't eating my food. Joy shrugs. He my friend. And he just moved into town. This ain't no welcome to Miami Urban. Trick barks. But the real issue isn't the comedian. It's the symbolism. Joy inviting another man into Trick's space. That's where the jealousy wraps its fingers around Trick's throat and squeezes. Joy smirks again, loving how flustered he gets. Maybe he can teach you how to relax. Trick almost falls out the chair. Relax, I'm relaxed. Joy bursts into laughter. And that's when the camera catches it, the moment Trick softens. The moment he remembers why he fell for her in the first place. The moment he realizes her laughter still hits him harder than any Miami bass track. He shakes his head, pretending he isn't affected. But he is, he always is. The cat jumps onto the couch. Trick jumps up like his soul left his body. Get that cat down. Joy walks over slowly, still laughing, picks up the cat and kisses its head. She just wants attention. Trick mutters under his breath. So do you? Joy pauses. That line hits different for a second. The atmosphere thickens, like someone ripped open a wound neither of them wanted to touch. Because yes, Joy wants attention. Trick wants control. But beneath all of that, they want each other. They always did. They always will. Even if neither of them will ever say it first. Before the moment can turn into something real. Joy steps back. She clears her throat, adjusting her robe again. I'm gonna go get dressed before your guests think I'm the crazy one, Trick scoffs. You ain't crazy, you just extra? Joy smirks. You love it. The silence that follows is the truest moment of the whole episode. He does love it. He loves all of it, the chaos, the attitude, the cat he pretends to hate, the lingerie, the history, the softness she doesn't show anyone else. But this isn't a love story. Not yet, not anymore. Maybe not ever, the narrator voice slides in with the final punch. No matter how much they clash, Trick Daddy and Joy remain connected by something deeper than marriage papers or shared property. Their story isn't finished, it's suspended, tangled, and stubborn. And Miami knows one thing for sure. Exes like this, they're either headed toward healing, or toward the next explosion. And with Trick and Joy, another explosion is always right around the corner.